Today on The Young and the Restless, it's moving day for Devin, Abby, and Lily. Summer updates Daniel on Phyllis, and Sharon fills Nick in on her plans. At the penthouse, Devin looks at framed photos of Neil as he packs up to move. He places them back on the table behind the sofa and puts some jazz albums by the stereo. Abby comes downstairs and he muses about the many good memories there. Abby knows that the place will always hold a special place in his heart. He tells her she's part of that. This is where they realized they were in love. Now it's Lily's turn. They canoodle and Abby marvels at Devin making this sacrifice for Dom. Devin thinks it will be special for him to live in his great-grandmother's house. Abby is happy they can come back and visit Lily anytime they want. They kiss. Devin grabs his bag and asks, "Are you ready?" They leave hand in hand. At the jazz lounge, Lily tells Daniel she's going to leave the penthouse essentially as it is. Daniel offers help if she wants him to do some sketches. They enthuse about him coming to see her new place and kiss as Summer appears. In Sally's suite, Nick admits he cares about Adam. He and Sally wonder who the person is that Adam is meant to be. Nick divulges that he is considering doing what his father has asked of him. Sally thinks Adam could use Nick's steadying presence if he's up for it. Nick questions her change of heart. Sally says she's just been so angry with Adam. "I read Adam's letter and I have to admit it touched me." Nick thought she threw it away. She did, until she didn't. She pulls it out, but Nick doesn't need to read it. Sally says it seemed like a cry for help. Nick asks if she'll meet with him. She couldn't bring herself to do it, but she started to see a different perspective on what Adam is going through. It cost Adam too. He took a hit and suffered a loss as well. Nick's glad she finally sees it that way. Sally says, "I think he needs someone, Nick, and that someone could be you." At Crimson Lights, Sharon tells Adam that Cameron's company is a tech firm, which is a perfect symbiosis with his media firm. Adam asks where this idea of merging is coming from and why she would think in a million years that it was a good idea for the two of them to team up. Sharon feels like she needs a change and a new focus. Adam asks if she's sure she doesn't just want to sell it. Sharon admits it was her first instinct, but maybe it was a sign that she's supposed to try and make something good out of the bad. It's galvanized something in her that's been bubbling for a while now. A new sense of purpose, something to feel passionate about, she muses. There must be something she can do with Cameron's company to make it useful. Adam realizes she's serious about this. Sharon will assemble the right team. Adam says she could do that on her own. He doesn't need him. Sharon argues his media company will carry her product to the consumer. Don't you see how this could be good for everyone? Adam tells Sharon that he's not interested in a partnership and suggests she work with Nick, who was pushed out of Newman. Sharon wants a merger and tells Adam it's a cost-effective move. "Why aren't you interested? It's not what he has planned." Sharon argues, "You're a visionary, so open your mind and envision this. You and me working together, balancing each other out." Adam thinks he's trying to save him from himself. This is about Ava and it's about Sally. He doesn't need her pity. Sharon insists it's just a partnership. Adam warns her he'd be difficult and argumentative. Their friendship could be blown to hell. He's not willing to risk that. Soap's characters that came back from the dead. At the park, Chloe enthuses about Chelsea's job offer at Marchetti. Maybe she and Sally could get some deals on their products. Billy appears and smiles. "You've got to say yes. For Chloe's sake, if not your own." Chloe insists she was just giving her pal a pep talk. Billy thinks it's a great opportunity for Chelsea, who agrees she needs a new direction. She knows both sides of the industry and it would be great to work with an established company. "I think I have to do it," she enthuses. She has to run it by Connor first, though. He has shut down since the loss of his baby sister. Maybe the good news will bring him out of his shell. In the jazz lounge, Summer updates Daniel that Phyllis is ready to stop running, but they have to find that Carson guy first. She wants her to come home, but there's still a part of her that's mad at her. Daniel gets it. They share a laugh over Summer telling Phyllis it was her fault. Summer thinks there will be time to fix the emotional stuff when she's home safe and free. They can't really heal until the nightmare's over. Daniel wonders if that healing will lead to forgiveness between her and Kyle. Summer reveals that Kyle is barely speaking to her and has already moved on to working with the shark Audra Charles at Newman Media. She's afraid he's making rash decisions. Daniel urges her to give him time. Summer feels like they're in a holding pattern. All she can do is let it go. Daniel dealt with the same thing with Heather. He couldn't get his act together in time to save his relationship. Summer's going to remind Kyle of how much they love each other once this crisis is over. She urges Daniel not to let any of this screw things up with Lily. Daniel will do whatever it takes to hold on to everything and everyone he loves. At society, Devin and Abby meet Lily, who teases if they left her place in good condition. They left champagne in the fridge and thank her for keeping the place in the family. Lily's ready to move on from her place with Billy. Devin wonders how much time Daniel will be spending at the penthouse with her. Talk turns to decorating and they pass over the key. Lily thanks them and says she's honored. He's excited for them as well. After Lily leaves, Abby teases Devin for putting his sister on the spot about Daniel. Devin says she's fine, he just gave her a little nudge. Outside, Lily gets a text from Daniel saying he'll meet her at her new place. She smiles. In Sally's suite, Nick worries that Adam's letter is manipulating Sally's emotions. Sally says it didn't come across that way, it was raw. She realizes he's been going through all of this pain with no support. Nick says he brings it on himself. Sally doesn't want him going to a dark place. She doesn't need that on her conscience. Nick wonders if she'll reach out. Sally isn't sure, but it's not a good thing that he's out there all alone with the thoughts spinning in his head. He needs someone. Nick says he'll think about stepping in at McCall temporarily. Sally doesn't want him deciding based on her. She reiterates that Adam needs him, maybe now more than ever. Nick doesn't see Adam as needy. Sally points out Nick needs a safe place to land. If he does it for Adam or himself, that's good, but he shouldn't do it for her. At Crimson Lights, Sharon argues with Adam about whether or not a merger would risk their friendship. Won't you at least give it a shot? Adam assures her he doesn't need saving from himself. He's not saying no and will consider it. That's all she asks. Adam arrives at society, where Devin and Abby are celebrating. They tell him they're moving out of the penthouse and into the Chancellor Mansion. Lily is taking the penthouse. Adam congratulates them and learns it was Chance's idea. He asks what Lily is doing with her old place. Devin encourages him to reach out to her. Devin asks about his plans for McCall. He's curious. Adam says he's downsizing and streamlining it into a top media corporation, which will swallow up the smaller ones like Newman Media. Devin finds this ambitious, but Adam says things are already falling into place. Adam thinks Devin and Lily would like to see Newman Media go down. It would be karmic justice for what Nate and Audra tried to do to Chancellor Winters. Lily arrives home to find Daniel has set up a romantic surprise. He teases that he has an in with the previous owner. Lily asks, should we christen this place now properly? Daniel opens the bubbly as Lily puts on some jazz. They slow dance and kiss. In the park, Connor walks up to Chelsea and Billy, who enthuse over him scoring in the soccer game. Billy goes off to get ice cream and Connor suspects Chelsea wants to talk. Chelsea tells her son she has exciting news to share. I have been asked to be the new creative director at Marchetti. Connor is hardly bowled over, but assures his mother she should go for it. He suggests they celebrate with pizza later. Chelsea grins. That sounds like fun. Connor goes back to the game. Chelsea tells Billy, who has just reappeared, that she's going to contact Summer. Billy's glad to see her happy. They kiss. Summer walks into the park and is thrilled to hear that Chelsea is taking her up on her job offer. At Crimson Lights, Sharon tells Nick that she proposed a merger to Adam of their two companies. They could be a powerhouse. I hope Adam says yes, why would he not? She says if Nick agrees to work with Adam, it would be the three of them. Win, win, win. Unless the two of you kill each other, she laughs. At society, Devin and Abby kiss and enthuse over their new future. As they're walking out, Devin stops to tell Adam he and Lily won't be happy if he takes Nate down. They don't want that kind of negative energy out there. Once alone, Adam takes a call and asks the person if they got the changes he sent. They reply and he muses, good, good, good. Newman Media won't know what hit them.